Morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. and we are heading back to the hospital to go see Harrison. Slept okay in the room. I was cold the entire night, so I snuggled up to Harrison. I snuggled up to Curtis the entire time because I just couldn't get warm. But we're heading over there now to see him, and I'm excited. I've missed him. I've never been away from him this long, especially in the night. So I didn't get my cuddles with him in the middle of the night like I normally do when he wakes up to eat. So I'm excited to go see my baby. All right, we are here with Harrison in his room. We're in the ICU still. He did amazing during the night. The nurses kept him on morphine to keep him all settled and calm. And we got here a little after 7, and as soon as we walked in, he had just started to open his eyes and wake up. So we got to see him with his eyes open, and it was actually really, really sweet. He's still kind of out of it, so he really hasn't been smiling at us, but we did just give him his monkey, and he reached out for his monkey, and so that was actually really sweet.
Can you say hi, buddy?
Say hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. You got your monkey. So he just got his arterial line out. He had a big old giant IV right here underneath his palm. They just got that taken out, and now he's just got this IV right here, and then he's got another one here on this hand. He keeps rubbing himself on his head with this hand, so we put a sock over his hand to keep him from scratching himself. But he's doing good. They're talking about getting us moved out of the ICU and into a normal room. We don't know what time today, but hopefully here soon. So Harrison's got his head completely wrapped. The incisions, like I said, from ear to ear, and they reconstructed the entire top of his head. So he's got that on him, and then he's got a drain attached to the back of his head, and so he's looking like a nice little traffic cone. But he's doing good. He got his Minky Blinky and his monkey that he's sleeping with, so. But all of his stats are looking good, and we're just hanging out here and chilling. So, oh, I forgot. So we've got his Care Bear prayer chain right here on his bed. It's just hanging down, just right there. So we put that up last night for him right before we left, and Curtis is hanging down on the chair. Anyway, so we will keep you updated on how he goes, or on how he does for the day, and let you know when we're getting moved to his normal room. I'm hoping it's here in the next couple hours, but it'll be nice to get out of the ICU, because then we can there's more room to sit down and relax and all that. So, okay, I'm gonna go cuddle on my little bug. See you guys in a little while. Hey, we are now out of the PICU and into our room for the rest of his stay. Literally like 45 minutes after I had updated you last time, they had us moved out and moved upstairs. So we are now here in the infant medical surgical unit, and Harrison is just asleep over in his bed, and we're just hanging here, chilling out, and going to let him sleep. Probably gonna put on a movie here in a little bit and just hang out. So not much going on today. So we'll keep you updated on how things are going with him, and yeah, so.
kind of cool that you.
You can say it.
I should say that's just kind of cool that you can gauge his pain by what his heart rate is.
Yeah.
I never thought of that before.
Yeah, I heard about that on the cranial group. That how high their heart rate is a determination of what their pain level is like. So I just got to, well, I'm currently holding Harrison for the first time right now. And he's doing okay. He's having a hard time. He's a little, I think he's a little bit in pain at the moment. But he's calm right now. And he's starting to swell a little bit on his left side. His cheek is starting to get puffy and his eyes are starting to get puffy on both sides, but it's really prominent on his left. And so we just need to keep him more elevated and, you know, keep his neck or his head turned different ways to kind of, you know, help reduce the swelling. But he's gonna swell no matter what, so unfortunately there's nothing we can do about that. But I finally got my Cuddles. I've missed him. It's been 24 hours since the last time I was able to hold him. Pretty much. Pretty much 24 hours. Anyways, but Curtis's mom just brought us some lunch and I am starving. Had breakfast around 6:30 this morning, so it's time for lunch. But yeah, it's not much going on either. Curtis's dad is going to come by and come see Harrison later. Then more than likely my parents will come later in the week. Give Harrison a little bit of time to, you know, a couple more days before coming and seeing him. So that's what we're up to right now. Curtis is on his phone.
Never.
Always on his phone. Alrighty, so I just got done holding Harrison. I have to go update my ID badge. But Harrison, I can't remember if I said Harrison had some oxy, and he's had it for about half hour, 45 minutes now. So I think he's feeling a lot better. He's really starting to swell, at least on his left side. And the doctor said this is normal because, you know, they essentially do everything around the top of their head. So days 2 to 3 are usually the worst. And so, you know, he's going to start swelling now, and tomorrow's going to be pretty bad. Thursday is probably going to be pretty bad as well. I wouldn't be surprised if his eyes swell shut, but we'll just have to see, you know, how that plays out. So anyways, I'm gonna go take a walk and go update my security badge, and Curtis is gonna hang in here with Harrison. So he's just watching his stuff. So hey everyone, I'm going to update for the last time tonight. We're heading to bed for a little bit before they come in and do the next set of rounds, but Harrison has had a little bit of a rough night. It took a little bit for his pain to go away with his next dose of oxycodone, and they came in not too long after to start his IV antibiotic, and when they go in and flush the line, he doesn't like it and it hurts him, so he starts crying. And then the same IV just kept having problems with not allowing the antibiotic to go through, so they had to get the IV team to come in and reposition the IV. He got the other IV in his left hand taken out, and so just a lot of, you know, being bothered and pain and all that from the IV. So he had a bit of a rough night. He's finally sleeping now, and he's pretty comfy. He's still got the drain in the back of his head. He'll have that in for the next couple days. Yesterday when we spoke to his doctor, he said that he'll have the drain in for about 3 to 4 days, and then he'll have the wrap on his head for about 4 days. So I'm assuming by the time that those two things come off, it'll be time for us to go home. So hopefully that happens here soon. I'm ready to go home, but I don't want to go home if he's not ready, you know, because he's still pretty out of it, still in pain and stuff like that. But he's started to swell quite substantially. His left eye is swollen shut, and his right eye is starting to swell. He can open it just a little bit, and so he's still able to see us. But he's currently, like I said, he's currently asleep. And he's got his sound machine with some white noise going right there. And then he's got his minky blanket right here. Oops. And of course he doesn't want it on him. And he's got his monkey and his toys and his binky and all that down here. So if he needs it, then he'll have it. So as you can see, there's the swelling on him and his bandage right here. And then this is the drain. It connects to the back of his skull. And so they're just draining excess fluid and blood that's going to his head. And so this is his current IV that he has. He had the arterial line right underneath his palm area right there. And they took that out this morning. And then he had an IV right here in this hand, and they took that out just a couple hours ago. So he's just got the blood pressure cuff on him, his bracelets, and then his SpO2 monitor right there. We've got him propped up with a little blanket underneath his neck because we have to keep as much pressure off his head as possible. We have to keep him elevated as much as we can. And so he's got this little blanket just kind of popped up around his bum, keeping him up a little bit. But oh, and there goes his IV. So the nurse will come in here in a little bit, and I guess it's finished. Oh, he opened his eyes just a little bit. So anyways, I'm heading off to bed, so I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. And we will see you in the morning. Bye.